Ilsa from Liberty to Liberty. Part 2. They're coming! We baked something. I don't care about what you baked of us. Oh, what a nice young lady. Oh no, I gotta hide somewhere. While men over 16 to 65 were transported to work camps, Ilsa had to hide every time the Russian soldiers came, because she didn't wanna be violated. And she also had to move with her family to a smaller house. And the house they used to live in was claimed, as they called it, by some Balkanian dude. And Ilsa's family also lost their field. Someone may think, well, now when they lost their field, they didn't have to work there, right? And guess what? We still had to work there. And we also had to work on other people's fields. In September, they were transported to Mohelnice to pay off their sins here. At this point, Ilsa was already 17, so she had to work as much as an adult, and for the work she and her mother had done, they didn't even give them any comfort. They had to sleep on 3-floor bunk beds, and even the kids got barely any food. Ilsa's sister Irmtraut said, "We got some water with something swimming in it, probably some fodder bead, and it was supposed to be potato soup, and to drink we got some dirty water, to which they said it was coffee." One of Ilsa's grandmas was also sent on a death march, which basically meant that she had to walk with many people without stopping until she passed away. She nearly reached Brno, which is all in all impressive. They mostly sent elderly people that were no longer good for work. And when her husband learned about the fact that she passed away, he immediately passed away too. Ilsa knew about it and thought about it to her second granddad that slept with them in the same bunk bed. But when I woke up the second day, granddad was already sleeping forever. One day, Ilsa's family was so hungry that Ilsa went to Mrs. Mayer's, who back then wasn't called mayor, but head of the national committee, and she was like, "Hey, can you please give us some food? We're literally starving." "Okay, I can give you some bread and goose, but you have to work here." "Okay, I can work." So now Ilsa worked in Mrs. Mayer's bakery, and Mrs. Mayer's made Ilsa work really hard. In 1946, Ilsa's mom got a job as a cook in Červená Voda, and she moved there with the rest of the family. But Ilsa had to stay in Mohelnice because she promised Mrs. Mayers to work in her bakery. After a while, one family member that owned the Bludov Spa suggested Ilsa's mom to move there and work here also as a cook. And this family member also rescued Ilsa from her awful boss. "Hey, I really need Ilsa." "No, I have permission to take her." "Okay. Ilsa, come here, you're going to Bludov." "Really? Can I?" "Yes, but give me everything you got from me for Christmas." "Why?" "I said, give me everything you got from me on Christmas." So now Ilsa was finally free, and so she started to work in the kitchen just like her mom. At this time, little Irmtraut, my grandma, was finally allowed to go to school, but it was really hard for her to be in the school, because no one there spoke German, but she was a smart kid, and she eventually learned it. But still, a lot of other classmates didn't want to talk with her because of her accent. And since then, it was pretty much peaceful. Ilsa's dad was finally released from the work camp. Ilsa found her true love and moved with him to a new apartment, where she still lives, but now in freedom! Okay, and that's pretty much all. Like, subscribe, and feel free to ask me anything in the comments.